Okay, hi, this is a question from a WJEC GCSE Mathematics Intermediate Unit 1 paper, the non-calculator. This is a question about drawing a quadratic graph. Okay, the table below shows some of the values of y equals x squared minus 5x plus 2 for values of x from minus 1 to 5. And there we can see our x values from minus 1 all the way to 5 and our corresponding y values underneath, and we have one missing y value that we need to work out. So complete the table above. So this is typical. Sometimes you have two values to work out, but we've only got one in this case. So how do we do that? Well, you use the x value, substitute it into the equation, and you'll get your y value, because it says y equals whatever x is squared minus 5 times x plus 2. So that's what we're going to do. So if we take y equals x squared, I'm going to write 3 squared, because that's the value of x, where we have the missing value of y, minus 5 bracket 3 plus 2. So all I've done there is substituted my value of x into that equation. Then one step at a time. 3 squared is 9, minus 5 times 3, or minus times a positive. If there's no sign, it means positive. A negative times a positive is negative. 5 3s 15, and we got plus 2 on the end, and then we just got 9, take away 15, it's minus, add 2, minus 4. And when I put that in there, it looks about right, because if you look at the values, you've got 8, 2, they're going down, 8, 2, minus 4, minus 4, minus 2, 2, and they start to go back up. And that's the nature of the curve, because they come down, and they go back up again. So it looks like this is where the bottom of the curve is going to be. Okay, so what we have to do now is plot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points in order to answer part B, which is typical of this question. On the graph paper below, draw x squared minus 5x plus 2 for values of x from minus 1 to 5. So if I just scroll up, I'll be going back and forth looking at our points. So the first point is minus 1, 8. So the x is minus 1, y is 8. So we start at the origin where the axes cross. X is minus 1, y is 8. So we put a little cross by there. Now use pencil when you're doing this, in your exam especially, but anyway, general rule, use pencil. You make a mistake, if you make a mistake, you can rub it out. If you use pen, you're going to be in all sorts of a mess, especially in the exam. Second point, we have 0, 2. So 0, we don't move anywhere, and then we got 2 on the y-axis, and we got a nice little point there. So x right in the middle. Okay, third point, we've got 1, minus 2. So we go across to 1 and down to minus 2. I've done like that, it's a little bit out there. I'm going to go and do that again. That's better. 1 minus 2. Fourth point, we got 2 minus 4. So we go across to 2 and down to minus 4. Like so. That's looking good. So nice little crosses, not dots. And then we've got 3 minus 4. Across to 3, down to minus 4. Okay, I'm going to redo that one again. Not happy with that. There. Okay, that looks good. And then finally, no, we've got 2 more points. We've got 4 minus 2. So we go across to 4, down to minus 2. And the final point is 5, 2. So x is 5, y is 2. Okay, so there we have all our plotted points. Now all that needs to be done is to join them up. Now with these, you must not join them up with a ruler, you must join them up with a smooth curve. It is easier to do that on paper if you turn it upside down and you draw the curve from within side. Now take your time, just draw from one cross to the next, just looking at the next cross, taking your time, and if you make a mistake you can rub it out and do that next bit again. And you want as smooth this curve as possible. Okay, so I'm just going to do this freehand on my tablet, so bear with me. So what I'm doing, I'm taking my time, I'm looking at the next cross, just lift the pen up there and go up there, so that looks quite good. And then from the inside to there. Okay, and the reason it's easier from the inside because when you rest your hand on the desk, your wrist makes a natural curve when you're doing it from the inside. If you draw the curve from the outside, you have to move your whole arm, and it's a bit tricky to do so unless you have a very, very steady hand. That's what the curve should look like. One sort of curve in the quadratic graph, and you will lose marks if those crosses are slightly out. If they're one square out, you could lose marks. Okay, so make sure they're as accurate as possible. Okay, so that's working out a value, one missing value, and drawing a quadratic graph. Okay, thank you very much.